Yo, I just got the new thing for the summer. Now I need me a boo thing for the summer. We can kick it like Luke King for the summer. You can't tie me up, though.
How you doing today, bro?
What's good, boys? How are you?
Good, man. Social distancing at core. You know, too close to him, but anyway. Yeah, man. So, like I said, this is the MadBBall podcast. Covering local sports in the Lehigh Valley, from like interviews to vlogs to debates, all sorts. But we're here to talk to Nick Filchner today. Just talk to us. I mean, first of all, let's start
with an introduction of yourself.
So I'm
Nick Filchner.
I was the starting shooting guard for Allentown Central Catholic this year. I would guess you could say I was the league MVP, so that was good. I was a district champion this year, all that fun stuff. So that's really just a little bit about me.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, me and Nick have a lot of history. I mean, he has some history of Ken, but Nick and I have been playing basketball with each other, AAU basketball, since 4th grade. Just remember this kid, long hair and goggles, and he'd kill us every time. And then my dad had to go grab him, and we just clicked ever since.
Ever since, bro.
Just kind of like talk about those days and like how they made you the player you are today.
I was even just talking about it with my family, actually, that my basketball journey would have never taken off the same without the help from you guys and your dad and the whole East Side program, So I really think that my entire basketball career, a lot of that can really attribute to the work we really put in at East Side with all you guys. And I'm really just blessed that I was able to have such a strong base from such an early age. That really stuck with me through the entirety of my high school career. So I'm really just blessed to have had guys like you in my life.
Yeah, just like a lifetime friend, lifetime brother. You know what I'm saying? It's more than like being a teammate, right? Because the day it was like a brother.
I remember when I was a senior, and you were a freshman. That's when I started. I saw you play. On all your
around the AAU games.
Yeah, and I remember every time when I was done playing basketball or whenever I traveled to you guys' games, I remember I just always saw you hitting all these big shots. That's how I know you.
I'm gonna tell you about one time. So we were playing a local tournament, and we were playing up because we were always just dominating. Like we wouldn't even play local competition. We just go around the country. But at this point, we were playing against the Lehigh Valley Wildcats, bro, and it was like a tight game, and there's a lot of people there, packed in East Side gym. So I had the ball, and this is 10 seconds left. I dribble into 3, 4 people. I lose the ball. I fumble. I thought I sold the game, but somehow I got the ball and I found Nick in the corner and he hit the shot. That right there, it just explains
it was always that. It was always a driving kick.
That explains our relationship on and off the court. At any time, I'll find Nick at any time. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those
we worked well together for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah. So those were the days, and we always reminisce. But moving on to the next topic. Just tell us just talk to us about being the MVP and the season you had and everything like that.
Yeah. Well, first of all, talking about being the MVP, being voted the MVP of the EPC by, I believe, the coaches was a great honor because of how good the league was this year. I feel like there was a lot of very solid teams that had good runs at different points throughout the year. So I thought it was really a blessing to have been picked to be the year-long candidate as the best player in the league. So I thought that was a great blessing. And I also would like to thank, of course, my teammates, my coaches. They really wouldn't have been able to do it without them. I had a great coaching staff, great teammates that really helped me out through the entire process. And it was really they really made my life as easy as possible.
Would you want your high school basketball career any other way? Any other school?
No, I would not. I enjoyed my 4 years more than anything I could have asked for.
You wish that your AAU team could have went to one school?
I wish I would have went to school with Julian for sure. Absolutely.
You spent like all summer telling me that,
It would have been great.
like every year.
Every year.
But yeah. Also, how did it like explain like the last game and kind of how like disappointing it was?
Or how did it go about? How did your last game go about? Did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? Was
I had a blast. Obviously, I just love playing, but we like that game. The end of it, it hurt. But looking back, you have to look that sadly everyone's season ended pretty much nearly the same way, where they didn't even get to experience the end of their season. So like to have the closure that at least we lost our last game and that it was just kind of over with, I guess kind of helped hurt this thing a little bit. But it did suck for everyone that's still going in tournaments.
Yeah, because at least you guys got to see the end and didn't have to have so much pressure against yourself.
What about winning districts?
Districts, that was obviously a great game.
Yeah.
Getting to play against a lot of my former teammates from AAU days and younger days. So I think that game was really, it was almost a classic, as one team got up and it had to be a dogfight to get back. And I think that really, like, at the end of the game, when it was tight, you really just didn't know like what way it was going to go, who was going to pull away. And I guess we got lucky and made a couple more shots, made a couple more plays, got lucky and came out with the win, I guess.
Yeah, that was fun to be part of. It was disappointing for us, but it's all. I mean, it was, at the end of the day, it's Holy War. But shout out the Viking student section. That they were up every game, and I hope they're gonna watch this because they went crazy every game. I'm jealous of that. But yeah. But yeah, man. Would you like to tell us why you're here today, sir?
Yeah. So I was invited to this podcast initially to reveal my college decision, you could say. And with that being said, not really a college decision, but next year I will be attending IMG Academy to play for Coach Myers for their national team post-grad.
Yes, sir.
How did that come about, or if you mind telling us?
Yeah, so it was just like late night last week. One night late night, I decided that I was just kind of looking around, and I decided that I came across this whole IMG post-grad opportunity. And immediately I sent it to Coach Sensitz, of course, because he's one of the most reliable guys out there. So I sent it to him. Next morning when I woke up, I had already been messaged from the head coach at IMG saying that they were interested and they wanted to have me on their team next year. So that's how that started.
And what do you plan to get out of IMG through academics and basketball?
So going down there, I plan on taking some, I believe, college courses, a couple of those, and then hopefully the goal is that I can get down there. I'm hoping that I can work hard enough to get myself in a position where I won't have to pay for college, and I am also going down there with the opportunity to better myself and hopefully reach my full basketball potential.
You're going to be away from everybody in the nice sunny state, man.
Florida, Sunshine State.
Florida, though, so it's gonna be all right.
You think they're gonna push you in the weight room a lot?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm a whole different person.
Yeah. I expect to see you all cut when you get back.
Almost time to lose the glasses, right? Contacts all day.
Always wearing glasses.
At least I don't got the specs no more.
Maybe I'll bring them back. Maybe.
Nah, but talk about the relationship you have with their coach and kind of how you reached out in the first place.
So the reason why I felt that it was such a great opportunity was because of how quick the coach was responding and interacting with me. So he made my decision like it's not that he pushed me into anything. He absolutely did not. But it just felt natural that things were happening so fast that I was just going along with it. And at the end of the day, I'm super excited where I'm at right now.
You've seen a lot of basketball that been that have been shown here around the Lehigh Valley. Who stuck out to you? You know, who was your favorite person to battle against? Your favorite school?
It's a good question, but definitely the two favorite schools it was to play against was definitely Parkland and Becca, I would say. I think those two games were definitely different than any of the other games. Those games were always, packed with fans, whether it was the parents or the students. They were always just packed, and they were always just entertaining games. So I think those two teams were definitely the most entertaining to play against.
I think the PIW, or not even PIW, the EPC, I think they should allow like Becca and Central to play every year.
I think there was just actually they switched up the conferences. I think Allen moved somewhere, and maybe Nazareth. So maybe they did do some adjusting.
Why do you think Allen needed to do a little bit of adjusting?
Huh?
Why do you think Allen had to do a little bit of adjusting?
Oh, I don't know. I believe they were doing adjustments based off of location. They were trying to get. I think they tried to get Central and Allen to play twice every year. I think that was the goal.
And your times, do you wish you could have played Allen more?
Absolutely.
Why is that? Can you speak upon it?
I just feel like because I feel like there is a history behind Allen versus Central being the two inner city Allentown teams. So I feel like if we would have gotten if we would have been able to play them maybe in the EPC playoffs this past year, I felt like that would have been great for the city, especially at PPNL.
Definitely. Allen came a long way with their basketball since their players of 2017, Tyrese and Talik Williams, and their basketball energy continued through their up until now. Can you talk about your times playing Allen in previous year?
So in high school, I was only ever to play Allen, I want to say, twice. My freshman and sophomore year, I was able to play against Allen. The first year was when Tyrese and Talik were there, of course, and they absolutely dogged us, bro. We had nothing for them. We were sitting out in that 2-3, and I remember I was playing the bottom, and I was 5'6" at the time, mad skinny, mad small, and Talik caught it on the wing, bro. Catch, one dribble, hard left, snatch. I was out of the picture. Step back three, he missed it though. So
You were guarding him?
I was trying to, yeah.
The coach from IMG, coaches Tyrese and coached him in Virginia.
Yeah, at Massanutten, I believe, right?
Do you think the energy do you think what was your relationship with Tyrese, and do you think that you can
reach out to him and he could tell you?
Yeah. So I wasn't planning on reaching out to him, but I obviously could, and I think that part of I think that my father actually knowing that Coach Myers coached Tyrese, I think that helped him being sold on the idea a little bit, because Tyrese is a success story around the Valley, so I think that's easy to look at and aspire to have a dream like he did,
So did that kind of make the decision a little easier, kind of seeing how Tyrese?
Yeah, definitely. Seeing his success, it absolutely made the decision a little bit easier.
So you have to put the work in.
I'm ready to. This quarantine got me wanting to do anything.
Nah, we gonna make that Tyrese and Nick interaction happen.
For sure.
We gotta get him in here too, man. Tyrese, man, we gotta get you in here, bro.
What do you plan to get from, do you think you want to continue playing basketball outside of,
After IMG, I absolutely hope I can reach a high basketball level for the next 4 years of college. But then after that, you never know. I'm obviously open to it. I'm not sitting here expecting to go to the NBA, but if anything does resolve, maybe overseas or something after college, that'd be exciting for sure.
You're going through a good route right now, so I hope you continue to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Things like that. What was your from the time you picked up a basketball, your first real game, through middle school, AAU, high school, summer league. What was your if you had to choose, what was your favorite time?
I think this entire senior year I had was pretty enjoyable, pretty great. So I would definitely say my senior year of high school for sure.
Definitely, it looked like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun for sure, winning especially.
Not yet. I'd agree with that. I see like it's good to see Nick have fun because like Nick wasn't always this like outgoing in middle school. Like you know, he had like I could tell from a distance, and sometimes I'd be with him, but he seems like he had a really good time, good senior year, and like
So
I'm proud of the way he went out and
thank you.
put on for your family, put on for Central. So we're all just proud of you, bro.
Thank you, sir. Proud of you too. And all the success that you have ahead of you.
I'm good.
Word on the street is your dad, he played a whole different sport. How did you
The thing you don't know is that he scored 1,000 points.
He
I
did.
hear he plays baseball. So how did basketball come about? Your dad is a 1,000 something what?
He scored 1,000 points in high school for basketball, but he was a baseball player. So, but yeah, I never really fell into baseball. It was too slow for me. So I kind of hopped off that pretty quick.
Well, fun story. Another fun story. My dad and I, this was like 4th or 5th grade. We went to Nick's baseball game. I don't even remember. It was in Northampton, but I don't like remember anything. I just remember going to the baseball game and Nick's like, "What?" I was just like, we had to come. Like, I don't know. It's just everything goes way back. I could think of so many more stories. But
And back to when I was a senior, you were a freshman. You were at a whole different school, and the people in your Northampton community, they loved you, man. You know that.
yeah, explain why Central. What was it? The coaching? Like, what allowed you to make that decision?
It was honestly the entire environment made the transition. It's super easy. Like I did enjoy my time at Northampton Middle School, but I think that the decision to go to Allentown Central Catholic ended up being the best decision that I've made to this day, for sure.
You've seen a lot of good basketball players go through there. So
And you're getting a great education too. So yeah, it's good. But yeah, that's all we got for you, Nick.
thank you for taking the time out your day to
Tune in to the MadBBall podcast. Much more content on the way. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at MadBBallTV. Hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks for joining us today, Nick. It's a pleasure having you during this crazy time.
Thanks for having me, sir. Anytime you need me back, let me know.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a part 2, part 3, however long, bro. We're matter of fact, we're gonna document everything that goes on at IMG, bro. Like, we're gonna be source. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Julian Thomas here.
Kenneth Woodson here.
We out.
Boys.
Yo, I just got the new thing.